Aquarius, it's your girl Merce, the Big Body Benz. Run tell them, the Big Body High Priestess, somebody come see this. I popped in to see what's good with you for early September, Aquarius. As you come in, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, share this video with someone that you love. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, send me a love donation, follow me on any other platform, check out my music, or subscribe to my Patreon. Now is the perfect time to do so, as it's the beginning of the month. Let's just pray, Aquarius. Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guide, spirit animal, soul, sky, universe, please allow me to tap in with my Aquarius, sun, moon, rising in north node to see what messages you have for them for early September. Please protect this space from any negative energies and only allow energies of love and light to enter. Ashe, thank you, Spirit. I really want to talk about it. Listen, there really is something about you being a lot more free, a lot more wild than other people, taking a lot more risk than other people, you know. Thinking that you're really crazy for it, or you being in close proximity to someone, like this. Hey Nat, how are you, baby? You being in close proximity to someone this way who takes really big risks. I also really I just feel like there being a near-death experience, a close call, something really weighing on you really heavily. I feel like there's no one would believe you if you try to tell them the amount of things that you do in a day, the amount of things that you handle, that you do, that you have to tend to, worry about in a day, think about in a day, take care of so someone else doesn't have to. The foresight that you have, the way that you see things before someone does, before they're a problem, before you know someone or you know what they like, so you you uh you prep things for them, you get things ready for them so that it's easier for them to acquire. You know them, you have a schedule, you have a system, you know how to work around them, I just feel like you really being underrated or overlooked, or really, man, really are a blessing in somebody's lives. They don't know what the hell they would do without you. I also genuinely feel like it being a close call. There's something about having a close call or a near-death experience really making you realize that you got to take better care of yourself, or your time is precious, or, you know, yeah, you got to take better care of yourself. You got to be a little less rough with yourself, a little less rough with your life. I feel like being a little careless. You may take more care when there's certain people in the car with you. You ain't really speeding when your family's in the car with you. But when they not in the car with you, you wilding out. You doing, as an example, you wilding out. You speeding. You doing shit you shouldn't be doing. You know, may get into a near-death experience, a car incident, even car troubles. This could be Mercury retrograde energy, but also I just really feel like this is being around health, or certain things going on. It's time for you to get to go to the doctor. Some of you have been going, some of you need to go. Somebody just got insurance. Everyone just getting insurance. Your kids could have had health insurance, having Medicaid or something, but you don't, or you have insurance but you don't go to the doctor as often, or you're not taking your medication. Maybe you shouldn't be taking your medication and using natural holistic remedies, natural ways for you to heal. Heavy on taking medication that's prescribed to you and just getting worse. I said what I said. Anyway, I feel like sometimes you gotta pray twice. You don't know if you prayed, or you gotta pray twice. If you gotta think about it, if you've forgotten, pray again, do it again. I feel like literally after hearing some news of safety, or some news that, you may be sick, but it ain't what you thought it is, or it ain't as bad, or, you got into something, some type of scuffle, some type of dust up. It's weird that I said that. I never say that, but I said what I said, some type of dust up, some type of issue, but it ain't as bad. It could be fixed. We could work on that, someone being really grateful, being a lot of gratitude after a close call. It shouldn't have to come to that. It shouldn't have to be a close call. You shouldn't have to almost lose everything, or someone shouldn't have to lose you to really value you, Or someone shouldn't have to walk away. For some of you, you lose everybody as in connections. They walk away from you. The family walks away from you. Shout out to a Scorpio. Shout out to a Scorpio and Aries even. For some of you, a Sag, I feel like an Aries is pissed the fuck off. A Sag is pissed the fuck off. Capricorn may be pissed off, but I also feel like there being a feminine energy, who Um, Shout out to Empress energy, mother energy, maternal is supposed to be maternal energy. I feel like being really selfish, actually. Being really selfish, totally taking somebody for granted, taking their family for granted, their children for granted, their safety, their health. I feel like having a really near-death experience or a really intense, a scary situation of some sort, whatever the fuck it is, really scary situation for you, hard for you to handle, and someone not even thinking it's a big deal, thinking that you're over exaggerating, or you show up this way with someone being really emotionally unavailable, emotionally detached, really cold when they go, yo, I've had this really insane experience, so I'm really triggered, or I got PTSD, or I'm afraid, or so needing to know how to be there. I also feel like 555 on the clock, having your own close call this way, or having your own situation where you needed someone to hold space, you needed someone to say the right thing, talk you through something, be there for you in the moment, showing you where you don't show up that way for them, kind of making you feel bad, making you vow to show up differently moving forward. The way this person was there for me in that moment, this is what they're always asking of me, and I'm never there that way. I see now, I get it, or I choose to be there this way now. Material and spiritual prosperity out here, overall energy for early September. A lot of having a lot of mental clarity about just how blessed you are, just how good you're living, just how free you are. A lot of this being about financial freedom, or your ability to become financially free in the way that you want, the way that you desire. This totally starting with you believing that this is a possibility, that you're able to start this way, that you're able to live this way. You have to claim it before you can see that become a reality in your life. You know, being financially free, meaning you don't want for anything, meaning anything that you have, anything that you need in that moment, meaning you ain't gotta work nobody's 9 to 5, meaning you don't gotta abide by nobody else's rules or their schedule. You get to do what you want to do when you want to do it. That's freedom. That's freedom. That's freedom. Everything you have, everything that you need, you make a way to get it. You don't want for anything else being a big one. You don't have to have a bunch of money in your bank account. You don't necessarily have to have all of the assets that other people have, or that certain people have, to be able to claim this for yourself. This is just what society wants you to believe. Realizing that, coming into that, and it's only until you come into that knowing, that understanding, you invite that into your vortex. Having a shout out to Abraham Hicks, somebody listening to Abraham Hicks. You invited that into your vortex, not putting up the resistance, right? Not putting up the resistance behind it when going, well, I don't know how this is gonna happen, or I can't see it. It's not materializing fast enough, or I gotta go get it. For a lot of you as well, you are being put into receptive mode right now. If you try to go too hard to force something, it just doesn't work. It's just not going to work. Having us starting from the ground up, somebody's business has plummeted, isn't thriving right now. Someone's job is shaky, isn't going so well, but you didn't want to be there anyway. You weren't happy there anyway. You needed to make some shifts anyway. And so you're doing so. Heavy on the being back in school. A lot that you need to learn, or needing to be ready to read, ready to learn. Ready to take on new ideas, learn new concepts, new ideas, new concepts. Getting clarity on the things that you don't know. I feel like learning how to speak with more authority, learning how to use your voice. There's something about, people thinking that you play when you say you don't know something, or, people thinking that you're manipulative when you put on a certain energy, or you try to be, you try too hard to be charismatic. I just heard, try too hard to be liked makes you less likable. Just be who you are. People being really receptive to who you actually are. Recognition and reward out here in reverse. Again, there's something about thinking that you have to make a certain amount, that you have to be recognized by a certain group of people, be in a certain tax bracket even, have acquired a few different material things, before, you know, people will see you or you can define yourself as successful. It's time to walk away from that. That idea in itself, you know, can be really overwhelming. That concept in itself can be really overwhelming. And I just feel like it's meant to keep you a slave to wanting more, slave to somebody else's, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but idea of success, society's idea of success. It's always been bullshit. You know, heavy on the money not being the real flex, freedom being the real flex. When you're really free in a certain way, you never feel really weighed down. You never feel pressured or forced or like a slave to using your gifts, the gifts that you use freely or showing up or the way that you are of service to the world, you know, and so the intent behind it, you know, the energy behind it, the why remains a lot more pure. You end up getting the money that you need. You end up being supported the way that you need to be supported. You know, I feel like a lot of folks are needing to focus on 11:11 on the clock, heavy on the need to focus on nurturing yourself, loving on yourself, pouring into yourself, doing less in a day, child. Doing less in a day. There being a whole lot of tasks. You know, by the end of the day, someone just needs to take a moment to themselves, literally shed a tear or two. I don't even feel like any sobbing. I literally feel like a tear or two because of the way that they're in pain or how they're tired or what they went through or how they're afraid or how they have moments of anxiety. I feel like it's time to talk about it. It's time to talk about all the things that you don't talk about. It's time to release once and for all. Heavy on somebody's being ready to go to therapy really soon is going to love on themselves because they need it, you know, or it's going to be really healing for you to go to therapy with the Empress. For some of you, it's going to be couples therapy. You know, some of you are not even in relationships, but y'all got to be able to co-parent today or together, I should say. You know, we have to get this together right now. We may be still in the space of having to figure out our relationship, but we gotta learn how to co-parent right now. We gotta learn how to get along right now. We gotta learn how to make decisions together right now, or trust each other, respect each other right now, because we're dealing with each other. We're stuck with each other. For some of you, this is the case out here. For others of you, you really want to be seen or recognized or talk to somebody who has traveled, who has gone. You've left them or they've left you. You know, you're really feeling a loss and someone has moved away, traveled away, or you being at a distance. You know, I just want to get back to them. It's an hour drive. It's something about this being not too far, but far enough. You know, having a lot of anxiety until you get back to the one you love, or till you get back to yourself. You know, or until this person is in the same city or state as you, someone being really far away. What are you leaving for later on in this month or even next month? I feel like there's a lot of heart chakra healing going on, heart chakra expansion. Someone may have heartburn, heart palpitations, tightness in the chest if they're not doing this work. They may find that they're having these issues. Also, I just feel like a deep diving into your passions. I also feel like no more wanting to be validated on the outside, not giving a shit about anybody's approval. You know, currently doing the work on that to remove the idea that you need validation from someone and you need to, you know, you need to be, you'll only be respected or valued if you showed up a certain way. You know, you are loved and you are valued just for existing. Energy. You know, whatever you decide to do, some of you have some amazing passions, some amazing ideas you've just been sitting on for far too long. The moment you decide to take action, you're victorious. You see amazing outcomes. But again, someone literally has to deal with a harsh ending or a near-death experience, or getting a text, a message of someone breaking up with them, something breaking their heart, you know? That have you on losing the Empress, or you know, the thought of losing the Empress, the thought of it all, you know, being over, having to send this phone call to this person, send this text. You know, something happens while someone is traveling. No bullshit. There could be some car troubles out here. Have you on the watching out for car troubles, car issues, mishaps on the road even. But I just feel like that being someone cannot wait till they can get back to or connected to the person that they love, that they feel really passionate about. Some of you realizing only after losing someone or a close call and losing them, realizing how important they are to you, or this is how someone feels about you. I feel like there's a lot of distractions, if I'm gonna be honest. I feel like you're doing beautifully. You really need to pat yourself on the back. I feel like you're supported, you're loved, you're going to be carried by the divine intervention really coming in. But I feel like you lack clarity. You feel like you're in a fog. I feel like you need to sleep more, meditate more, eat better foods. Allow yourself healthy ways to channel the messages that are coming through you, because it feels like it's really wonky up there. You need to fine tune to get onto the channel you need to be. There's a lot of static, it's foggy at this time. I love you. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. It's your girl Mercy, the Big Body Benz. Run, tell them. The Big Body High Priestess. Somebody come see this. Peace.